Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and in this video I'll be showing you how to create a form on Google Forms. If you are new to my channel, kindly click on the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel and get updates whenever I release new videos. So to get started with creating a form on Google Forms, the first thing you're going to do is to navigate to the Google Docs website, which you can find at docs.google.com, or you can go directly to the Google Forms website at docs.google.com/forms. So when you go to docs.google.com/forms, it's going to take you to the Google Forms homepage. Alternatively, you can come here from Google Docs by clicking on this menu right here. When you click on this menu, then you select Forms from the available options, and then it's going to take you to the Google Forms homepage, and this is where you can create a Google form. So the first thing we're going to do in this tutorial is to create a form from scratch. So we're going to use a blank canvas, and then we're going to use that to build our form into what we want to achieve. So today we're going to build a food ordering form. So basically we want to create a form that will allow people to order for foods. So let's click on blank form, and then when you click on blank form, you'll be shown a screen like this. This is the editing tab, and then you have a blank form which you can customize to your liking. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to change the title to food ordering form, and now this is the title for our form. Then we change the description to fill this form to order your food. Okay, so now we have a title and a description for our form. When users come to this form, they will be able to see this title and description. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the form title here. So this form title will also be food ordering form, so that it can be easy for us to identify the form from the list of forms on our Google Forms homepage. So now we need to build this form with questions that the users are going to answer, so that we can know exactly what they want to order. So for example, if you are ordering food from us, we would want to ask you whether it's a pickup or a delivery. So we're going to do something like delivery option, and then this is going to be a checkbox. So we want it to be able to pick an option. So you're going to have a checkbox here that says pick up or deliver. So basically what we have done is we've added a field here, which is a checkbox, and then we allow you to choose an option, whether you're going to come to pick up your food or you're going to deliver or we're going to deliver the food to you. So we can change this to deliver to me. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make this field required by toggling this button. So what does that mean? This means that anybody that comes to fill this form must answer this question before they can proceed. Okay, so now I want to add another field to the form. I have to come here, click on this plus sign that says add a question. So when you click on this plus sign, it's going to add a new field to the form, and then you have to select the type for this field. So it could be a short answer, it could be a paragraph, it could be a multiple choice, it could be checkboxes, it could be a drop down menu, it could be a file upload or whatever. So we're going to keep this as multiple choice. Multiple choice means that the users or the customer are allowed to choose multiple options from the list. So here we're going to have food menu, and then we're going to customize this. Pizza, then we're going to have rice, we have to have beans, we're going to have burgers, then we're going to have bacon. So now we have 5 food on the menu, and the users can pick a combination of any of these foods. So you can decide to order pizza with rice or beans with burger, bacon, and then they pick a combination of any of the food that they want, and they are going to submit that order. Okay, So now there's an option here that says add image. In case you want to add an image to the form, you can actually do that by adding a picture of the food. So if I click on this, I can add a picture of pizza to this particular food. So now what we have done is we have created a food menu, which is a multiple choice. So the next thing we want to do is we want to add the address for the user. So we want the user to input their home address for this form. In this case, a multiple choice will not work. So what we want to do is to choose a type of say short answer, and then we're going to call this delivery address. So now this gives the user a text field where they can enter a short answer with their delivery address. So we are going to make this optional because of course some people are going to pick up the food by themselves while some people need us to deliver. So for those that want to pick up the food, they don't need to supply an address, but for this menu I'm going to make this required so that everybody has to pick a food from the menu, but then everybody do not need to enter the address, especially if you are coming to pick up your food. And I think another field I'll be adding will be a phone field to collect the phone numbers of the customer. So I'll click on these options, and then I'm going to choose, I think I would choose short answer for this, and then so the user will be presented with a text field that allows them to supply their phone numbers. Okay, so what do we do? Okay, let's make this required so that everybody provides their phone number. And of course we can add a description to this field. So you can say enter your best phone number. Okay, so apart from the label for the field, you can also add a description to each field by clicking on this hamburger here, this menu, and then you can tick the description option, and then you'll be able to add a description to this particular field. So for the delivery address, let's go back and add a description, and that says fill your address if you want us to deliver to you, otherwise skip this. Okay, so now we have added a description here that says fill your address if you want us to deliver to you, otherwise skip this field. So when a customer comes there and then they pick the menu, they come to this part, they know, oh, okay, if I'm not planning to get this food delivered, I don't actually need to fill this, I can skip this and move on to the next option. So now we've added the phone number. So basically this is a basic form that allows people to order for a food from us. So what we're going to do now is to preview our form, and to preview our form we're going to click on this preview icon, this eye icon here right there. It allows us to preview the form and see what exactly the users are going to see. So this is it right here. You have the form, pick up, deliver to me. Okay, then you have the food menu that allows you to do pick an option here. Okay, and then you can input your delivery address and your phone number. So what we want to do now is we need to make some customization. For example, this pickup here, this delivery option is allowing us to select both, but then we don't want to select both, we want to select only one of these options. So we can come here to edit the form, and then we go to response validation, and inside response validation right here we're going to do select at most one. So now the user can only choose one option out of this. So now we're going to go back here, and then we're going to refresh the page. Okay, and then we're going to see what happens. So if I choose this, it shows an error. Let me see here. So choose this. You see, you can select at most one options, so it's not going to allow me to select the two, so I have to pick either of the two. Okay, another way to fix this is to change this to, I think Okay, let's give it a checkbox. So this should work. All right, now let's move on to the next one, the pizza, and then we can go to the go to section based on answer description. We've added that. Let's change this to a checkbox. Now we having this as a checkbox, we allow the users to choose more than one option right here, so they can tag beans and rice. Okay, so now this fixes the, so sometimes you have to play around with the question types, the input types, to actually get the exact one that you need. Okay, so for my pickup delivery option, I can actually change this to a drop down and then allow the user to pick an option from the drop down menu, and then you can pick deliver to me or pick up. So these are various options that are available to you when you are creating your Google Forms. So basically you use this field choices or field options to determine the kind of feature or choices that users are going to have on that particular form field. So one other thing, let me add this another question here, which will be time for delivery. So this is going to be a time field. Yeah, it's going to be a time field that allows the user to pick a time, a convenient time for their delivery. So you could actually add a time field from the list of the fields here. So I'm going to click on the preview button again, and then we're going to have an option here that allows us to input a time. So you could say deliver this food at 8:30 p.m. and then we have it, or you could change it to 8:30 a.m. and then we have an option that allows the user to pick the time for their food delivery. Okay, so let's go back and also make some modifications. Delivery address, let me change this to a paragraph and then preview the form. So when I change this to a paragraph, see, so now the delivery address is a paragraph, which means that it's going to allow longer form of content in the field. So I can go to response validation to actually set some parameters to control the input for this particular field. So for example, I could set the length of the field, and I can do the maximum character, and I can put the maximum character at 500. So maximum character is at 500. If a user enters anything in this field that is more than 500, an error is going to be shown to the user. I can even customize it and say text is too long, reduce it to 500 characters or less. So all of these tools allows you to actually customize your form the way you want it to be. So for this field, I can customize it and say it's a number greater than anything. Okay, and then you have a arrow and all those settings there. It allows you to customize this. So what this means is that this field can only accept a number. If you try to put an alphabet here, it's going to throw an error. So what I'm going to do now is this. I'm going to save this and preview this. I've set it to number, and then we're going to preview the form to see what happens. So let me try to put, if you try to submit this, it's going to throw an error. This must be a number greater than 0. So I have to add something like this, and then it works. So by using the form validations, you can set the tone for the data that you're expecting from your form. So after you are done with your form, all you have to do is to click on send. When you click on send, you are able to get a link by clicking on this, and then you have a link for your Google Forms, or you can shorten the URL to get a shortened URL for the form. So you can copy this and then send it to anyone that you want them to access and fill this form. Okay, so now very quickly let's look at customizing the design. So right now this is what we have. We just have this kind of boring look, just text all through, no images or sort of in this particular form. So then let's look at how we can add some images and customize this. So to do that, all you have to do is go to customize theme. There's an icon here that says customize theme, and then you click on this, and then this allows you to customize the design of your form. Here we have the header section. You can choose the font type and then the font size. For this we have the question, you have the text, you can customize this, and then you have the header image that allows you to choose an header image. So you could upload a file, you could pick from your photos, and then you could check from the themes. So Google Forms adds some they have some free images that you could actually use in your header. I think I'll just look for something that has to do with party and food or sorts like that, and yeah, food and dining. Great. Okay, so I'll just pick this, and this is going to be my header. So let's wait and see. It's coming. Yeah, right there. Now as you can see, we've inserted a nice header here, and it's quite enticing. When you preview our form, you can see it right here. Okay, so the form color has also been updated to match with the design of the header. So you can come here to change the color. You can change your background. I don't like this pink background, so I could change it to gray. Yeah, I think I prefer the gray background. Okay, and then you can change the color also to this. So you have the options to modify the color and the background. You can add an header image, and then you can change the font sizes and other things. So that is basically how you customize your Google Forms. So now we have a very good looking form here with the header image, with the questions and options and everything that our users can actually fill. So the next thing we want to do is let's submit a form, and then we look at responses. Good. So I've submitted our form, and then this response has been saved. But then where do you find these responses? Where do you view these responses? To view your responses, go back to your form editing page, and then you see this tab that says responses. And as you can see, there's a number 1 in front of it. So this notification tells you that you have 1 response to your form. When you click on this, it shows you the summary of the response. So somebody has ordered rice, beans, and burger. This is the address, this is the phone. But for easy management, the easiest way to manage your form responses is to go to Google Sheets. So automatically Google Forms will create a sheet for your form, and in this Google Sheet you can view all the entries of your forms. So whether you have 100 submissions, 200 or 1,000, you can come to this sheet and you'll be able to see everything that your users have filled. So here we can see all the food that everybody has ordered, including the time. So somebody ordered at this time, they chose pick up as the delivery option. They ordered for the rice, beans, and the burger. This is the address, this is the phone, and this is the time for delivery. So for every form, or every entry into your form, when they fill the form, they will automatically appear right here in this Google Sheet, and this makes it easy for you to manage your form entries. And you can as well do a lot of things from this sheet. For example, if this delivery has been completed, you could mark it with a green color like this, or let me use a lighter shade, so you know that this is successful. So if you have another order like this, and then let's say this order field, you could change this to a red color, and then you know that hey, there's something wrong with this person's order right here from this Google Sheet. So this Google Sheet makes it easy for you to manage your form data and manipulate things or customize the results to your liking. So that's basically how you access the responses from your forms. So under the settings tab, the settings tab also gives you some advanced feature that you can use for your forms. For example, it allows you to change the form to a quiz. So for example, if you are creating a quiz, a math quiz, whereby each question has a definite answer and then it has a point, say 1 point or 2 points for the correct answer, you could toggle these settings and then it will allow you to create a quiz from your Google Forms. So these are some of the things that you can actually do with Google Form. But for the basic thing, all you have to do is to come to the form editing page and then add questions to your form and customize it. I hope you found this video helpful and useful. If you've enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.